Hello, everyone. Good day and welcome to One Global Movement, Building Hopes and Dreams, where we help children, young people, and women worldwide defeat hunger, illiteracy, and poverty. And this month is Women's History Month, and we are celebrating women in different ways. And today, we are going to celebrate women in a very special way because this way is so special because if you don't feed your soul, your body, you cannot do anything. If you don't feed a child well, you do not feed yourself well. You do not feed women well. You do not provide the resources with which women can use to feed themselves and feed the world, then things are not going to go well. So, thank you guys so much for supporting One Global Movement in your own unique individual ways. Together, we can help this population around the world defeat hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. Thank you so much, Nancy, for being here. Thank you to Sir Medan. I highly appreciate you guys for supporting children, for supporting women together. There is nothing that we cannot do. What people think that it is impossible, we are turning it into possible because one global movement is determined to help these population around the world. So thank you guys so much. My background is not the best. I am still figuring out how I can upload or download my background so that it can look very beautiful. You're going to be seeing part of my my home, which is okay, but this is a must do. We cannot give up on helping this population around the world just because of a background. Because right now, as we speak, they are children, families, mothers that are going to go to bed hungry, that they don't even know what the next day is going to look like, that they don't know how they're going to feed themselves, let alone feed their children. And therefore, you and I, we're all here as descendants from Unpassive are here to help. Our CEO brought us together to help this population in the world. That is the reason why we are here together. And we can do it with this high technology. We can do it anytime, anywhere in the world. And I so appreciate all of you here. So, our topic, we are in the One Global Movement Revolution Part 2, Part 318. Sorry about that. Part 318, Celebrating Women History Month. And the theme is preparation. Preparation is very important. Preparation to do what you're doing, preparation to take the next step, preparation to chart your course, preparation to teach the children, preparation to 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 put food on the table. Everything in our life needs preparation, but starting is part of preparation. We must start it. So preparing the soil and plants for gardening through our five senses. This is a very fun topic. All right, because a lot of people just garden or they just farm. They have not yet realized that you can derive a lot of fun from it by using your five senses, right? So we are going to do that here today, preparing the soil and plants for gardening through the usage of our five senses is very important. So we have the sense of touch, right? The sense of touch with every handful of soil. Remember, I love to play with the soil myself. With every handful of soil, we touch the foundation of life, right? Onto soil, we came, and onto soil, we will return. So the soil is so important in our lives, growing food, living, nurturing the ecosystem, the lakes, the rivers, the whatever, the soil is very important. So prepare the earth with love, and it will return abundance to you. One global movement, therefore, believes that nurturing the land nurtures the future. When we nurture the land in the right way, we nurture the future for our children. And now we talk about the sense of sight, seeing. A well-prepared garden is a vision of hope. When we see rich soil and thriving plants, we see the promise of tomorrow. Isn't that right? Imagine you teaching your children how to plant just a plant of onion or a plant of flowers, planting their own flowers and really nurturing them and smelling their own plants. Do you know that when you we teach our children to plant a seed, maybe a seed of flower, maybe a seed of onion, maybe a seed of tomato, a seed of vegetable, we are helping them to plant life in themselves. And when they plant life, they have planted light into the world where others will see. Imagine what these One Global Movement ambassadors are doing. They are doing a lot of good in the world. They are planting. When you see these things, they are so beautiful. So, One Global Movement plants the seeds of change. We are planting the seeds of change one garden at a time. And I am really urging all of you, us here, during the planting season, which you can do all around because there are certain plants or certain things that can grow inside the home, right? Let us teach ourselves, teach our children to begin to do these things because we are helping all of us and our children to sow life. And when we sow life, when we plant life, we are planting light in the world, just like what we are doing here. You are here in One Global Movement because you are helping to plant a seed in our children, our women, and young people. When we do that, we are planting these seeds into the future. So when you plant, you see it. It looks so beautiful. But when you don't take the time to do it, you're not going to see that beauty. And the next step, step number 3, is smell, our sense of smell. Gardening and planting through our sense of smell, you know? Right now, my nose is so clogged up because I'm trying to run a cold here. I don't really smell things so well. So the scent of freshly turned earth is the aroma. Aroma means is the beautiful smell. When you smell it, it's just like, oh, I need to have this. I need to plant this. The earth is the aroma of new beginnings. This spring in particular, spring is one of the best months. All the months of the years are good, but some are better in other things than the other. Now we are in spring. Spring is it's a month of life. It's a month of new beginnings. It's a month of fresh beginning. It's a month of sowing seeds. It's a month of preparation for gardening. And so, One Global Movement cultivates a world where every child, every young person, every woman can grow in a garden of possibilities. This is what we are doing here, a garden of possibilities. So now let's go to number 4, our sense of taste. You taste it. Remember when we did those taste of motherland dishes? How it was so tasty. People were being like, oh, I'm hungry now. I want to eat. I really want to taste that food. So our sense of taste uh, contributes a lot in our gardening, in sowing a seed. So every fruit and vegetable begins with the care of the soil. Remember that. Every fruit we prepare to plant or grow begins with preparing the soil. If you don't prepare your soil, you don't know what grows well, where, and what time, you will be wasting time. How did your parents do it? A lot of us will learn from our parents, we learn from our grandparents. I learned a lot. I love to garden. I love to farm. I grew up with farming. Farming and gardening was part and parcel of our lives because it was used not just to eat, but it was used as a form of wealth to generate wealth to educate me and my brothers. And so we were gardening, and it's a form of exercise. It's a form of healing. When you're gardening or you're farming, you're not just doing it, it's affecting all your senses. It's going to heal you. It's going to heal you through your sense of smell. It's going to heal your soul. It's going to do a lot of things. And so every fruit and vegetable begins with the care of the soil. When we prepare with intention, remember, what is your intention? What is your purpose? What are you putting in that soil? So when we prepare with intention, we taste the sweetness of our labor. When you prepare with intention, you begin to just imagine it, because everything comes with imagination. It's like you're already tasting it, and you can actually feel it in your mouth. So one global movement feeds the world with hope, one harvest at a time. So now we go to number 5, our sense of hearing. Imagine when you are preparing the garden. What do you see? What do you feel? You see the rustling of the leaves, the grass. It's like it's producing a very beautiful sound, and we hear it, and then that alone really inspire us to keep gardening, to keep planting seeds in this church. And remember here, when we talk about seeds, we're not just talking about physical seeds that we plant in our children, in young people, and the world. We're talking about the seeds in our minds, because you have to, first of all, think about something good in order to prepare for it. And so we're talking about planting seeds, a holistic kind of seed in these children, because it starts with the mind. You're thinking about what you're going to grow this season. You're thinking about what kind of seed. You're thinking about the soil. You're thinking about how it's going to do well. And now you are treating these children holistically. Remember that. So when we prepare the soil with our hands, the leaves are rustling. Maybe you're using some farm tools. You're hearing the rustling of the leaves, the grass, maybe some of the sticks. With our hands, we see potentials. We see potentials for growth in us and our children. We smell it, the richness of the soil. We taste its rewards and listen to its wisdom. We create more than just a garden, just a simple garden. We cultivate a future of nourishment, a future of sustainability, a future of hope, a future of food security, a future of food sovereignty, a future that will last for generations, so that our children can continue with this to the next generation. Is what we're doing here. We're not just talking about one thing. Because when you nurture the soil, you're nurturing the soul of your children, but you do that by doing it first to yourself, right? So that is what we are talking about here. So what is the meaning of preparation? What is the meaning of preparation to you? I want to see you guys really participate in the chat, because it takes all of us here to nurture our children. Nobody is an island upon themselves, right? It takes all of us. The world is a global village, because what we are doing here, you're doing it maybe from Cameroon, where I come from, maybe from the United States, maybe from Canada, maybe from the island, maybe from India, maybe from Bangladesh. Wherever you're doing it, the world is a global village, especially with this high technology that is helping us. But let us use it with high integrity. So what is the meaning of preparation? What does preparation means to you? And preparation has different meanings depending on what your goals and your dreams are, depending on what you're thinking about, depending on the season. Like now, it is springtime. We are nurturing a lot of plants. Like you see me posting some plants that I have already nurtured. But I start by preparing, so that when the weather is finally good, when the soil is not that cold, then we just plant it, and then it takes off and it begins to grow. And then we use our 5 senses to help this plant, so that we can have a good harvest, not just a physical harvest, but also a mindset harvest, and a harvest of the soul, a harvest that says, I am going to help one child. Because when you help one child, then you have helped an entire nation. That is very important. So now, a time of growth, preparation, maybe it's spring right now, time for growth. Just as nature awakens with spring, March is a reminder to you and I, to all of us, to prepare for new beginnings. Remember, in the beginning, I said March is a month of new beginnings, preparation, fresh start, right? So this will be a reminder to all of us to prepare for new beginnings, new opportunities, and fresh perspectives, right? A fresh start, a fresh idea, a new way of thinking, a new way of doing things. So planting seeds of success is another way of preparation, whether in a business, whether in education, for yourself or your children or personal life. This is the time to lay strong foundations for future achievements. It does not matter whether it is in taking care of the home. Maybe you are a stay at home mom or a stay at home dad. What are you preparing for? What are you planting in those children that you are helping? What are you planting in them? This is the time to do it. And preparation, there is no other time but right now. You might be thinking it's not yet the time in my area, but what are you doing right now? It still warrants you to prepare. It might be your preparation might be marching forward with purpose. It just might be marching forward with purpose, like what we are doing here from as descendants of Unpassive, right? It is a month to align your goals, sharpen your skills, and take bold steps forward towards your dreams without relenting your effort. Whether you take it and fail, you know that failure is part of what you're doing because you're going to fail your way to success and never giving up because it takes it takes failure and it also takes success to combine for you to be able to build these children. When we failed, we do not take it as a failure. We take it as a learning curve to learn and continue to build and to grow. Because you will never reach any finish point. There is no finishing point in life. We have to keep pressing on, keep preparing, keep sowing seeds, keep doing what we have to do so that our children will have a better future. And we're not just doing it for tomorrow, we're doing it for now. The future is right now, taking action, daily action of preparation to build that future. So marching forward with purpose means it's a month to align your goals and your dreams, sharpen your skills, and take bold steps. Bold steps means telling yourself, really affirming to yourself and your children that you were born for greatness, that you were born for such a time as this, that you were born to do this. This is your gift, this is your time, and this is your moment. You got to do it. And remember, it's not easy when we say you prepare and you do it. It's never been easy. Anything that is easy, easy come, easy go. You have to be determined. Either you do it or you die, as our CEO always says. Either you do it or you die. You have to be determined to do it because a generation, future generation, building of a generation that will last for posterity takes that kind of grit and determination, that kind of hard work that says, I am going to do this. I was born for such a time as this, that I am going to do it. When we do this, then we must have done the best preparation for our children. So, what are you preparing for this month of March? What are you preparing? Let us see it in the chat. We would like to know what you are preparing for this month of March, right? So, preparation in the context of One Global Movement, what does it mean? What does it mean in the context of us here as servants of children, young people, and women? What does it mean? In alignment with the mission of One Global Movement, and what is our mission? Our mission is to help children, young people, and women defeat hunger, defeat illiteracy, defeat poverty, build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. There is no other thing, according to me, I don't know about you, there is no other mission out there that can be better than helping young people, children, and women worldwide to build a better future. Because when we help them to build a better future, you and I are also included in that future. Yes, and that is why we must prepare these children very well. We must prepare them for when it is so difficult. We must prepare them for when it is not so difficult. We must prepare them for failure. We must prepare them for some of the things that are out there. We must expose them to everything. That is why all inclusion and choices is so important for these children, right? So in alignment with the mission of One Global Movement, preparation means equipping children, women and young people with tools, with the knowledge and opportunities to defeat hunger, illiteracy, and poverty while building a future of hope, dignity, and generational wealth. Isn't that a beautiful thing? I think this is one of the beautiful things. I am doing this because my grandmother and my mother did it for me. They did it for me. They did it to me. My village came together to do that for me. And so I am passing it forward, making sure that I pass it forward the best way possible. You see what our children ambassadors are doing, both the junior and the young ambassadors, they are doing wonderful things in the world. They are going to school, but at the same time, they find time to come on here. Especially those that can record, they do the recording and we play it. They are helping to build our own future as well. And so we must never relent our efforts to prepare these children for the future. And let us make them know that failure is not failure. Failure is a learning curve because they have not given up. They are pressing forward. We should not talk to them in a way that is condescending, in a way that will put them down. We want to be able to lift them up when they fail because they've never given up, right? So preparation in March with One Global Movement is so important because if we don't feed these children well, they will not be able to study. If I didn't eat breakfast or lunch, I will not be here talking. And we know right now that there are children in the world that are going to go to bed hungry. We know that there are parents, fathers that don't have a job to put food on the table for their families. We know that there are mothers that are looking up to their husbands. They're looking up to their jobs, but those jobs are not forthcoming because they're not there, that they don't have a way to put food on the table for these children. But some of us are so lucky that we eat 3 good meals a day, and sometimes we take snacks. So, what are you thinking? What is your preparation for those that don't have? What is your preparation? What are you doing? So, preparation in the month of March to One Global Movement means a lot. And I am working tirelessly, making sure that we put resources together that we are going to be meeting these children physically someday. But we start by preparing for that here virtually. So, preparation for One Global Movement in March means empowering the minds of our children, of our young people, and of course ourselves. Because if you don't prepare your mind, you will not be able to prepare the mind of your own children and young adult. So educating and inspiring our children, young people to prepare for a brighter future through literacy leadership and skill building. Maybe it's reading to your children or gathering the children in your neighborhood to teach them to read, to instill that spirit of reading in them. Maybe it's going to the library to read to toddlers because it's so important that we prepare these children during the first 7 years of their lives to, to, to be able to read, to develop that love for reading and writing. It's so important that we do that. And preparation in One Global Movement during the month of March again means strengthening communities. What are you doing to strengthen your community? It begins with you, it begins with your household, it begins with your children, it begins with your family. Because when you empower yourself so well, when you prepare yourself so well, you'll be able to help others. And that is why here in One Global Movement, we say, do it first for yourself and your children. Because there'll be no need to come here trying to help One Global Movement when you have not, first of all, help yourself and help your children, right? That is very, very powerful. It's a good thing that we do. And then, how do we strengthen communities? We are laying the groundwork for sustainable change by fostering unity, coming together. Remember, we are not an island upon ourselves. One helps the other, and together we can help these children. Collaboration. collaborating with one another. The skill that you don't have, when I have it, we share it and we continue to collaborate with one another. And then economic empowerment. How do you empower yourself and your children economically? We plant a seed. You prepare and plant a seed. And the seed maybe is in your job, in your business, in your education, in maybe in your volunteerism, or maybe in a foundation that you have established, like One Global Movement, to help your community, to help your country. What is that like for you? This is so important. Economic empowerment is very important. Remember, if we do not empower ourselves economically strong and our children, guess what? Somebody's going to do it for us. And the way they're going to do it, we're not going to like it. We're not going to like it. So do it for yourself. There is nothing in this life that is easy. Remember that the creator of the universe, when he was creating the world, it wasn't easy for him either. And so it would not be easy for you and I. We need to do it. And doing it piecemeal, little bits at a time. Every day you're doing something little. Little by little, your actions will culminate into very big wins for the betterment of humanity, especially our young ones. We always talk about children and young people and women because this is the most vulnerable population in the world. They're vulnerable in all areas of the world, whether it is in hunger, whether it is in education, whether it is in senseless wars that are going on in the world. These population are those that suffer. And because I am a mother, I want to be able to serve them and serve them the right way by preparing. Preparing my way means sometimes you're going to fail. But when you fail, pick up yourself back and dust yourself up and say, I am going to do it again. Because when you fail, look at how you fail, then you learn that lesson and you continue to move forward. So, nourishing bodies and souls, we talk about this all the time. Nourishing our bodies and our souls is nourishing the bodies and souls of our children. Advocating for food security, advocating not to waste food. Some of us throw food away while others are going hungry in the same community. Food security is so important. We advocate for healthy living. We advocate for planting, growing healthy foods, not the ones that are contaminated to ruin the bodies, our bodies and the bodies of our children, and the well-being of our children and our families, ensuring that no child, no woman, or no young person will ever be left behind. This is what One Global Movement stands for. So, marching with purpose. March means marching forward with purpose. We are marching forward. We're not giving up. We got to march forward for purpose. You have to be determined, under rain, under sunshine, that we are going to help these children in the world, that we are going to do something transformational, that we will leave our mark on the surface of the earth, that we refuse to be buried with our skills, with the gift that God gave us within us. We refuse. We want to be able to empty out ourselves into the universe so that these children can live better and they can in turn impact the world better. So march means marching forward and marching with purpose. What is your purpose? Is a question you should be asking yourself every day. What were you created to do? What were you born to do? Are you doing it? And if so, are you doing it the right way? Are you preparing it the right way? Are you doing it with high integrity? What are you doing? So, stepping forward with divine intervention and strategic action to turn obstacles into opportunities for global transformation is what One Global Movement is all about. March is the month to prepare. And the different months are there to prepare for different things, especially during this Women History Month. We want to celebrate powerful women. Yesterday, we celebrated Malala. Malala is one of the youngest women that were determined. They choose education for every young woman over threats, over assassination, because an attempt to assassinate her did not kill her. She was determined to say, I am going to advocate for education for all young women. Do you remember? Do you know? Do you realize that certain cultures around the world uh, don't still want to educate their female children? I am saying so because I went through that. Marriage was chosen for me over education. But because of my grandmother, who fought with her life to say, this child will go to school, and because of the determination of my mother to work, to do the best that she knows how to do, and because of the collaboration, the love of my village, I was given an education in the place where others, including my only little sister that I know, never had that opportunity. And because of that, I will never relent my efforts to advocate for education, advocate for food security, advocate for building generational wealth for women, children, and young people. When you educate one child, you educate one woman, you have educated everyone. You have educated the entire world, you have educated the entire family, you have educated men. But we cannot educate young women without educating young men as well. These two must go together. Otherwise, we will be helping these children to be back at the same place where we were. And we don't want that. And at least I don't want that. So March is a month to prepare plans, preparing our soul and our mind first, preparing plans and position ourselves for impact, to leave a great legacy. What are you preparing to build? What are you preparing to plant? What are you preparing to transform this season? Is the question that we should be asking ourselves every day. Preparing the soil and our plants and our minds for gardening through our five senses: the sense of touch, the sense of smell, the sense of taste, the sense of hearing, the sense of sight is so important. And this aligns beautifully with One Global Movement's mission of nurturing children, women, and young people while promoting sustainability, health, and empowerment. And how can we incorporate our five senses into the process? We have to break this down so that you actually feel it. Because if you don't feel it, you don't have to see it. You have to feel it first. You have to believe it in order to see it. So we engage children and young people in tilling the soil with their hands. There is something, the soil is dirt. Remember that the things that we eat, the things that grow in this life, they grow in dirt. When they say dirt, oh, this one is dirty. The things that have transformed the world, the people that have transformed the world, they grew up in dirt. They were put in dirt, but yet they were determined to build a world so that you and I can live a better life. We are driving in roads, we are using technology, we are doing a lot of things. Books that we are reading, they were done by people that were oppressed and put into dirt. You can see them in your family. I can see them in my family, but they were determined. You talk about Malala, she's still living. You talk about Angelina Jolie, she's still living. You talk about Martin Luther King Jr., who is gone. You talk about President Nelson Mandela. You talk about Mahatma Gandhi. You talk about Dr. Miles Monroe. You talk about Maya Angelou. A lot, a lot, a lot. What are you going to leave? So let's start with the sense of touch again. Feeling the connection to the earth. Engage children, young people in tilling the soil. Teach them how to plant. They'll be so happy. I used to take my son when he was in kindergarten to the farm. You come and see how these children are so happy, like rolling themselves in the mud and playing. That is not poverty. That is the way that is supposed to be. I used to roll myself in mud. Even now, I walk bare feet and then I still love to play with the soil, right? So it's very important. So feeling its texture and moisture to understand when it is ready for planting. When you feel it, you see the shoot. My grandmother and my mom, they call it the eye of the potato. It shoots up because you prepared it. Then it's telling you that you're getting it ready for planting. When you put it in the soil, it takes off. And before you know, you plant one potato, you harvest seven. Or you plant one potato, you harvest 10. Isn't that beautiful? That's what is called prosperity. And then we can encourage hands-on learning. by teaching our children and young people how to gently handle seedlings, not rough handling them in order to break the eyes or the shoots, and plant roots, and emphasizing care and patience. I would have brought some plants here, but they're downstairs. You would have seen what I'm talking about here, nurturing the plants. So they'll exercise patience just like nurturing their dreams. We talk about the sense of sight, seeing. We teach we teach them the importance of noticing soil color. What is the color of the soil and structure? Healthy soil is dark and rich. When you see it dark, like dark skin, dark and rich. That is why dark skin is very rich, okay? As opposed to what the world says, dark skin is not good. Dark skin is rich because soil is dark. Anything that is dark is rich. Not to say that the other colors are not rich. You have to be determined. The soil is dark, it is very rich. And so we teach our children how to recognize growth patterns. What is the growth pattern of watermelon? What is the growth pattern of beans? What is the growth pattern of potatoes? What is the growth pattern of tomatoes? Some of them you have to stake them with sticks. Some of them you have to let them crawl. Some of them they need to climb a tree, right? We have to teach them these growth patterns, and then we teach them about the pests, the kind of pests, the nutrients deficiencies in soil, and helping them learn responsibility and observation. Some plants don't need too much watering. We have to teach them. Some of them, they drink a lot of water, like watermelon. The name watermelon means lots of water, right? So we have to teach them all these things. We have to encourage community gardening. You're going to see more pictures like last year, where we are in this community garden of more than 300 people. We garden together, we exchange seeds, we exchange labor, we exchange food, we exchange a lot of things. This is beautiful. We're teaching our children that they are not islands upon themselves. Like we are here in one global movement. It's the same lesson that we are taking here, that together we can do it. We are embracing the African spirit of Ubuntu, that you are because I am. I am because you are. Together we can impact the world. But when you are working on your goals and your dreams alone, when we come together, then we can bring the lessons that we learn together and share so that we can help these children together, right? Smell, breathing in nature's aroma. You breathe in, the flowers, they smell so beautifully. That is nature's aroma, nature's perfume, right? And so let children experience the fresh scent of healthy soil and compost, natural manure, helping them understand the balance of life in nature. It has to be balanced, the balance of their lives and our lives in nature, and also respecting the ecosystem, respecting the lakes, not to pollute the lakes, respecting the animals, not to just kill and extinct the animals, respecting the bumblebees because they are pollinators, right? We respect those things. We introduce the fragrance of herbs, different herbs. We plant mint. We plant mint here for tea. You can plant your own mint, and then you harvest it, you wash it so well, and then you dry it, and then you keep it, and then you use it throughout the year until the next planting season. Is what we do. That way, you are consuming organically produced food that are healthy for the little bodies of our children and ourselves, right? So let us introduce the fragrance of herbs and flowers that naturally repel pests. There are plants that will repel pests or sometimes mosquitoes. I do plant some of them too. We can do that instead of spraying them with chemicals that will not be healthy for our bodies and our children's bodies. And then and at the same time, when we do this naturally, we are promoting biodiversity, making gardening an enjoyable and mindful practice and a healing way of life. Do you remember? If I have been talking about this a lot, I was prescribed gardening as part of my healing from a work related injury. And that is why I love it so much, because it has helped me a lot. And I continue to heal through gardening. It helps a lot. And it's another way of exercising, right? And that is why I'm so fired up to talk about these things, But when I stand up to walk, I can't walk well because constant pain. And sometimes my brain, forgetfulness is one of the challenges that I have as well. But by the grace of God, God is helping me through this by serving children. And gardening is one of the ways that helps. And then our sense of hearing, listening to the sounds of growth. Encourage mindfulness by listening to the rustling, the crunching of the leaves, flowering water, and birds singing melodies, chirping in the morning, the birds that are coming to visit your garden. And those are pollinators, and they're also animals that help with seed dispersal. And then reminding our children that nature communicates. You see, when the birds are singing, they're not just singing, they're communicating. When the lakes are flowing, the river is gently flowing, they're communicating. When the animals, the deers, we are feeding the deers, they're communicating. We want to be able to teach our children to respect the ecosystem as well as ourselves. Because if we don't do it, the children will not be able to do it. And then the sense of taste, enjoying the fruits of our labor. I planted apples. Pretty soon we're going to start harvesting them. We plant strawberries. They're so yummy. You'll see me with a bowl that I display it. This is to inspire all of us here and inspire our children. So we plant those things naturally, like from the backyard to the kitchen. Imagine you harvesting your healthy vegetable from the backyard to the kitchen. You're teaching your children. Even the scripture says, do not buy a home without having a little piece of land for your gardening. And do not even build a home without reserving a little piece of land for gardening. I know that in big cities, it is so difficult, but hey, there are so many ways that we can grow things. You can grow them in little pots, in little containers, in little bags, and they will still do well because there are some plants that grow well right in the house, right? So that is very, very important. So promoting organic gardening by growing fruits and vegetables that our children and young people and families can taste. They taste it, it's yummy, and they will enjoy. Reinforcing healthy eating habits. Healthy eating habits. Here in One Global Movement, we have what is called Taste of Motherland because I grew up eating naturally. We have vegetable all the time in our backyard. Vegetable was not something that had to be measured or fruits for us to eat. We had the orchard, we had everything. It is right there. You just need to go pluck it, harvest it, and you come and watch. You have papaya, we have guavas, we have mangoes, we have strawberries, we have vegetables, different kinds like huckleberries, which is part of the spinach family. We have green, which is amaranthum. We have beans. We have tomatoes. And those are the things that we try to do in One Global Movement Garden as well. So what is the impact? What is One Global Movement impact? By engaging all our five senses in gardening, we are empowering communities and children to connect with nature. Nature is so important. You cannot deviate from nature. When we deviate from nature, we deviate from the creator of the universe, a lot of things begin to go wrong with us and our families and our children. And it's already going wrong. A lot of children are going through a lot of things that are not good for them. So we empower communities to connect, to bond with nature, build food security, and create sustainable opportunities and solutions, right? Gardening becomes more than growing plants, not just growing physical plants. It becomes a symbol of growth, a symbol of hope, and a symbol of a future free from hunger, free from illiteracy, free from poverty. So it's so important. Our five senses, the sense of sight, the sense of touch, the sense of smell, the sense of taste, and the sense of hearing play a crucial role in gardening, in the gardening process, helping you, helping me, helping all of us to connect deeply with nature while ensuring the health and success of our plants and our children. And this is so important. Sight allows us to observe our plants grow healthily, identify the weeds and spots, pests and detect signs of disease or nutrient deficiency, and we help these plants accordingly. It helps us to determine when fruit and vegetables are ripe for harvest. And our sense of touch, helps us to feel. You touch the fruit, they're so beautiful, they feel so good on your hands, right? They help us to feel the texture of the soil and the fruits, to assess moisture levels and soil quality. It also allows us to handle delicate plants carefully, prune with precision. Pruning the plants, you prune taking care, not just going into it like rough handling them. You prune them with precision and enjoy the sensation of leaves, flowers, and seeds. There is a leaf in my village. They call it in my language sobo. Sobo means soap for the hands. And when you cut it, people use it to do their laundry, to do their dishes. It is so medicinal. They call it sobo, which means hand wash soap. It's so medicinal. People still use it, and it really heals. It heals the body. It heals through your clothing. It heals through the washing of your dishes. It heals a lot. So we must never deviate from those things. And some of those things we can devise a way with this technology to come out with a soap that we can also help these children around the world. The sense of smell alert us to fragrant flowers, fresh herbs, and ripening fruits. It also helps identify unhealthy plants through musty or rotting odors, signaling overwatering or decay. Sense of smell, very important. We want to keep all our senses intact. And then our sense of taste, the final reward of gardening. Tasting the fresh vegetables and fruits and herbs allow us and our children to savor the flavors of our hard work, the savors of our homeland, the savors of motherland, and herbs allow to really savor these flavors and cook them and prepare good meals. And then enjoy our hard work while also ensuring that what we grow is safe and delicious, right? And then the sense of hearing, the rustling of the leaves and some of the shrubs and the sticks, the buzzing of the pollinators like the bumblebees, and even the sound of water trickling or the sound of a watering can through soil give us feedback on our garden's health. Birds chirping. Chip, chip, chip in the morning. They are singing songs, welcoming you to the morning. They are chirping and the bees humming, signaling a thriving ecosystem. So, gardening is a full sensory experience, bringing joy, awareness, and deeper appreciation for the world and the natural habitat. This is so, so important. What are you preparing this spring? What are you preparing to plant? What kind of plants are you planting? We need to discuss those things here because children go and watch these videos, and some of them they are participating right now, they are watching. We need to make sure that we are doing this thing instead of us going to be doing some things that are not adding value into our lives and into the life of our children. Let us be determined to prepare the soil to do what it takes to grow healthy crops, healthy vegetables, healthy fruits for our children. We don't take it simple. Life is this simple, but we're not taking it simple. We must do these things for our children. Otherwise, we will not be able to transform the world. Remember, we were brought together by a CEO that saw the needs in the world through the eyes of a child, that saw what children are going through, brought us together to do this, to take it into our own little endeavors and begin to do it for the betterment of all of humanity. Let us all remember this. This is very important. Let us contribute in whatever way that we can so that we can help these children. One global movement, including volunteers. There are so many volunteers. There are volunteers for the Five Chicks per Child program, the Seeds program, and other little business programs. And we are coming up with a lot of programs. you know, cooking to feed our communities through Taste of Motherland and scholarship programs. But we must build this foundation so that these resources can begin to come so that we help these children. The world needs you. The world needs us. Children are going hungry. Children don't have an education. Children are crying because maybe, just maybe, the parents are not there for one reason or the other. They need you. They need me. They need all of us to come together, to love them, to nurture them. There are children that have never heard the word, I love you, or nobody has ever given them a hug. We are here to give that hug to these children. I am really so happy and grateful to all of you that have decided to support One Global Movement in every way possible. I see it, I feel it, I smell it, I live it, I taste it all the time. But it takes preparation, genuine preparation, so that no child, no young person, and no woman is left behind. Happy Women's Month to all the mothers, to all the women, both young and older, to all the aunties, to all the nieces. But remember, Women History Month cannot continue without the men supporting us. We are going to be coming up with a topic. Men, we invite you men to come and speak on those topics here. This topic is from the perspective of the men. And we invite all the men here, all the men from Unpassive, all the men around the world that are supporting, that are not even from Unpassive, to come here and share their different perspective and ideas and their way of life during this preparation season for our children. Thank you guys so much. I love you. And always remember, the mission of One Global Movement is to help children, young people, and women defeat hunger, defeat illiteracy, defeat poverty, build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. Thank you guys so much. And remember, we're trying to adjust things in a way that is going to fit. Sometimes we want to go live, sometimes we just want to go into YouTube. Sometimes it's just me here on the panel because it's only through YouTube, One Global Movement YouTube. And sometimes because we want to go live at least through StreamYard once a week, which is on Fridays. But sometimes if some people want to come and speak, we can decide to go live twice. But we will always be updating you, be posting you on what is going on. And we're going to be putting reminders on social media on when we are starting YouTube here so that you can join us. So we're going to keep you posted. We want to be able to keep this consistency with our children, because if we don't maintain this kind of consistency, then we send those children off. The children are already off. They're already dealing with a lot of things. We want to elevate this situation. We don't want to be those that are going to increase their problem. We want to be the solutions, because you and I, all of us have been called to be servants. The creator of the universe wants us to return these children to him the way that he gave these children to us, to be stewards. They are not our properties. We are stewards to these children. Let's love them. And if you have not connected with your child for the past 1 week, please do so. If they are in school, call them, text them, write to them, send something special, post something, celebrate their birthday. If you can drive to go to them, go to them. Go to them. So thank you guys so much. I see all of our people here. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone that is here. Nancy, Sir Madden, Cecile Wire, Abdul Sattar, Roazehab, Srijit, Jana Ojala, Ledega. Everyone is here. Thank you guys so much. Keep bringing, spread the gospel of One Global Movement to the rest of the world, because we don't want to just keep it to certain children and not every child, right? We want to be able to do it to every child. We want every child to be a part of this. I see Sir Manoj, Jane, thank you guys so much for being a part of this movement here. We highly appreciate you. Rajib, thank you so much. Sina, how are you? Thank you so much for being a part of us here today. We highly appreciate you so much. Ramindra Kumar, thank you, thank you, thank you for being. Asha Kumar, thank you, sir. I highly appreciate all of you here for supporting children worldwide. K Malathi, thank you so much. And Sunil, thank you, thank you, thank you. SK Jafar, thank you. If I don't pronounce your name well, excuse me, I'll do better next time. Tavin Prince, thank you so much. Our brother Levi Mamabolo from the sunny Pretoria, we highly appreciate all of you. Otampa Pri, we appreciate all of you here. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday, is going to be live. We're going to stream it on StreamYard. The information is going to be out. We love you all. I give you a big virtual hug. Know that we are in this together. Do not sit and go through something together. Bring it so that we can talk about it. If a child is going through some challenges, which we know they are, let us talk about it. We are here. Everything that is discussed here is kept private. We're not calling children's names here. We don't want to do that because these children have to be protected by all costs. But thank you guys so much for being here today. Until tomorrow, I love you all. Bye-bye.